And welcome back to the week of What If. And you know what? We are actually going to get through the first ever week of What If. Me getting out everyone the day I said I'd get him out. I didn't do that in the first week of the week of Who Wins. I've learned to do that now through practice and recording multiple videos. But no, I'm actually getting them all out within the days I said I would. So great. And we are back on to the part 2 of What If no one knew that Naruto was a Jinchiuriki. Now, to just reiterate from the last part 1, if you haven't watched it yet, I suggest you watch it first so you understand the context of where we're going from here. To say no one would know that he was a Jinchiuriki would basically be an impossibility. Third Hokage was literally there and saw it happen, so we know that can't happen. Also, I would imagine that at the very minimum, Kakashi and Jiraiya would probably know as well. They were the ones who were closest to Naruto's parents. Everyone else, though, including like Danzo and the entire Shinobi Council in the village, they don't know. So we left off, Kakashi has also adopted Naruto, so he has Naruto Uzumaki Hatake, which has always been a concept I liked. That if he were to be adopted, Kakashi could have adopted him. Anyway, so we left off with basically them going to meet the teams. Now, the teams have not changed in the scenario. So Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura are all waiting. Everyone is waiting for their teams to be announced. So as the teams are rolling off, we know we have the teams, and it is, I believe, actually, yeah, it was Team Kakashi that got announced first. Yeah, it was Team Kakashi that got announced first. So yeah, you had is like Naruto Uzumaki, and here Naruto heads picks up, it's like Sakura Haruno, and it's like and then Sakura just it's like crud. It's like, and even Naruto's just like God no. He keeps it to himself though, just and then Sasuke Uchiha, and then Sakura just goes yay like in the series, and Naruto's just like, okay, this should be interesting. Wait, and then he realizes the name. It's like, your sensei will be Kakashi Hatake. And that actually gives a momentary pause where Sakura is like, wait, Hatake, your dad? And even Sasuke is like, It's like, interesting. It's like, and then so Naruto's just like, really? It's like, why? Isn't that against the rules or something? It's like, actually, no, there is no rule that says you can't do it. So, it's like, okay, but wait. Was I worse than Sasuke? Was Sasuke worse than me? What's going on here? Which is a legitimate point, because they explain that the best Kenoichi and Shinobi in the class also got paired up with the worst, or best, the best of the two get paired up with the worst Shinobi in the class, and that was Naruto in the original series. So Naruto would legitimately ask a fair question, like, why is this the case? And then Iruka, I'm guessing some of the reason would be that Sasuke would have a Sharingan. Kakashi has a Sharingan. That's why they probably wanted him. Best Shinobi. Sakura, likewise, would be going because she had the best grades in the class, apparently. And Naruto, I think the reason would actually be along the lines of basically, Kakashi wanted to continue your training himself personally. Even though learning is important, he still says you got a long way to go, and something along those lines. So Iruka would make some sort of excuse, and they would basically buy it. So at that point, everyone goes. He says goodbye to Hinata and his friends, stuff like that. Hinata maybe gives him a little hug, and maybe he gets a little like, and so she's like, soft. It's like, no, 3 thoughts. So it's like, because at this point, yeah, they're getting in their teens now, and girls develop faster than boys, and that doesn't mean Naruto can't have thoughts. So now she's like, It's like, anyway, they leave, and then it's basically them waiting. So Naruto, knowing his dad's like, yeah, I'm going to be back. I'm going to go out and get us some ramen. You guys want anything? It's like, yeah. Wait, what do you mean? We're waiting for a sensei. It's like, yeah, and I know my dad. He's gonna be a while. So yeah, well, he would be here if he was important, right? He's like, oh, sure, if it was life or death, maybe. So anyway, later, just in case. And the base of shout, everyone's like, stay here. I don't know, take a nap or something. So, or there's like, or maybe Sakura's like, no, you're staying here, Naruto. It's like, fine, and then he just makes him close. Can you make a ramen run? Even Sasuke from that moment is like, this is Naruto. There's like, I imagine Sasuke might even go like, could you get me one too? It's like, huh? It's like, and he was like, yeah, sure. It's like, well, yeah, just, and then he brings the ramen back. Sakura, being on a diet, doesn't say anything. He's like, or actually, I imagine she was like, yeah, me too. And now Sasuke's like, oh great, now I'm an errand, or his Naruto's clone's like, now I'm an errand boy. So he comes back with the ramen, and even they're like, oh, this is really good. And so eventually they wait. Naruto's now just taking a nap, and then eventually it's just he comes in, and Kakashi eventually does come in. And it's like, there you are. It's like, yeah, about time you got here, Dad. Hey, you're about 5 minutes earlier than average. That's a new record. And Kakashi's like, well, yeah, it's not every day, you get your son on your team. Just, it's like, yeah. Let's meet me on the roof. But just, and then they go to the roof. That whole scenario happens about the same. Granted, Naruto's likes and nifs and all that stuff, they're probably a bit different. So, I mean, I'm not going to try to list them off the top of my head. That takes some real forward thinking to think how they maybe. Probably saying he likes training his friends and ramen, things like his goal is to still be Hokage, all that stuff. Everyone else is about the same. So I was like, yeah, but now you better, skip breakfast or dinner or breakfast or you'll puke. To which they both go, huh? But Naruto's just like, yeah, huh? So he makes sure to eat breakfast in the morning. They go home, and I was like, he is like, oh, it's okay. So what do you got planned for us? I said, well, if I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise. Now wouldn't it? It's like, yeah. So okay, whatever. But he knows because he's had his dad for some time that his dad almost always does the bell test. So he'll get there when he gets there and prepare Sasuke and Sakura the best he can. He also has a feeling that they would actually believe him and not eat lunch. So he brings some granola bars or something like that just in case. So make sure that at the very least, so they're fine or at least capable of continuing on. He puts him out of a scroll. He can do. I would imagine Naruto can actually do some minor scroll work, sealing scrolls, make his own explosive tags. Nothing fancy, just make them. Thanks to the Jiraiya's tutelage. So they get there, and Kakashi can see that Naruto probably clued him in on the bell test, and he's like, "It's like you little." It's like, what do you expect from doing it every single time, Dad? It's like, yeah, he's got me there. So yeah, and then they ready, set, and ding, and then they go and hide. Now. At that point, Naruto will probably still come in and use a couple of clones to take on his dad, Kakashi can still easily handle Naruto, but he would probably have at least a little bit more difficulty, A, because Naruto is far stronger in this scenario, and B, because Naruto was trained with his dad enough that he at least understands some of his dad's tactics. So he would actually be able to press Kakashi a little bit, if only slightly more than what he did in the initial one. Maybe even catching off guard with a Winjutsu, like great. It's like, what's up, great breakthrough? And even Kakashi, I was like, what? And then he's just, whoa! And he nearly loses his balance, but now it's just Kakashi like, when did you learn that one, you little sneak? It's like, yeah, I've been studying, I've been practicing while I've been out on missions, Dad. It's like, it's like, that's my boy. And then it comes in, they do a spar, he still easily kicks Naruto's ass. All the while, the real Naruto goes and basically informs Sakura and Sasuke what's going on. Unfortunately, I do believe they wouldn't initially believe him because Sasuke is still pretty full of himself, and Sakura, by that admission, would just go with Sasuke's ideology and be like, "Oh, look, I've been distracting with my clones for a while now. We got to work together." And it's like, "No, I can do it by myself." It's like, no, Naruto's just like, it's like, Sakura, we got it. And it's like, no, Sasuke can do it all by himself. Like, I'll help Sasuke. It's like, fine, go help Sasuke. It's like, you stay out of this, dweeb. I'm not going to, and then Naruto just says, you know what? Fine, go. So he just hangs back and basically just watches them basically have the, granted, Sasuke would basically tell Sakura to, buzz off, and Sakura would initially agree because she's pretty placid and timid initially. Even though she's spunky, she's, let's be honest, she was not the forward, go ahead and fight the enemy kind usually. She'd be up there for defense, but that's all she did. She just protected the client. So that whole fight really just goes about the same. And then Sasuke, Kakashi is talking and just telling Sasuke, is like, you are different, but that's not always the best thing. The weirdest nail gets hammered down first, or something like that. And at the very least, I think Naruto would capitalize on this and maybe hit him, actually catch him briefly off guard. I think Naruto, because Naruto's a clever thinker, he's an out-of-the-box thinker, so I think he would use some of his wind chakra to create a breeze, like a strong breeze, but make Kakashi believe it's just, the wind blowing, and then snag him with a palm blast, which actually would probably catch Kakashi off guard. It's like, what? It's like, that little sneak. It's like, he actually hit me with that. And then Sakura, tell Sakura to go get Sasuke. They don't have much time left. It's like, look, we both went head to head with him. It's not going to work. So we need to do this together or we lose. Now get your head out of your ass, duck butt, and let's do this. And Sasuke really pissed, but he's like, he's right. I couldn't take him. I was like, we only got about, let's say, 10 minutes left on the clock. So they only got 10 minutes left on the clock. And it's like, let's do this. It's like, fine. And then they, Naruto makes a couple clones to go with them. Sakura comes in. We don't have much time for any plans, but we got to get those bells off. So now they're coming in and just taking Kakashi on all at once. Kakashi's still readily handling him, but he's keeping his eye mostly on Sasuke and Naruto. Sasuke because he's probably the better fighter, physically, hand-to-hand fighter overall. And Naruto because at this point Naruto's the only one who's even done anything to him. So they're fighting, and it was like last few minutes in there, they do a combination fire wind style jutsu for maximum damage. Like Kakashi's like, whoa, and then he substitutes out there. He's like, that was close, you guys. You actually could have killed me with that one. And then Naruto pulls out the white light chakra saber. I believe that's what it was called. Yeah, white light chakra saber. Channels some wind chakra in there. Brings it up for a quick swipe, and he's coming out at Kakashi. A couple more clones do that. They got like a minute left. And Sasuke comes in. Sakura then throws some ninja wire that Sasuke gives her just, to grab onto something real quick. Kakashi barely cuts it, and then, ding, bell goes. Naruto at that point had just barely managed to cut one of the bells off with some wind chakra from the blade, but it was too late. They couldn't collect it. It's like, so then you get the whole shtick. It's like, nope, the whole point was to work together. So yeah, you guys were able to work together. So congratulations, Team 7 passes, and everyone's just like, whew, yay, woohoo. So we cut to basically them now going through their missions, their D-rank missions. I do believe Naruto would be more mentally able to hand a repetition of it, because I'm sure he would talk to his dad on and off about how long we have to be doing these. So basically, and he was just like, when we have done our, it basically Naruto looks like, then promise this: when we have done our minimum D rank missions, you will give us the first available C rank mission that you can get us. Promising you that. It's like when we've done the required amount, you will give us a C rank mission. He's like, no. He's like, fine, you win. It's like, woo, all right. So they'll do the minimum amount, and Naruto will still not like it, but still generally be okay. And then they'll get through it, and Kakashi, I'm sure, will make at least a couple excuses. Like, there's no available ones at this time, so we're going to have to do a couple more while we're waiting. But I've already put in a request to get the first C-rank mission we could get. And then we get the first C-rank mission, which I don't believe would be Tazuna. I believe it would probably be just some sort of escort for merchants, protection from bandits. And they would go out, and they would take care of the mission overall handily. However, I think because this would be Sakura's first experience, this would actually be Sakura's first experience out. Naruto and Sasuke, I think, would be able to handle it pretty easily, mentally speaking, because Naruto's been training with his dad for so long, and Sasuke handled the Demon Brothers pretty easy. This would be Sakura's first time, and I think Sakura, in the face of actual true combat and maybe death, might freeze up a bit. But I think some words from Naruto and Kakashi would even would be there. It's like, it's common. Don't worry about it. But you didn't freeze up. Yeah, well, I've been training with Dad for a long time, so I've learned to get beyond these emotions, or some kind of motivational things along those lines. Sakura peps up a little bit and decides to kind of take herself a bit more seriously. So then we cut to eventually the Tazuna thing. Now this probably would take place, I don't know, we'll say 2 weeks. In that 2 weeks, nothing serious has happened. Naruto is continuing training. He's moved on to water walking. He's even doing it with clones to improve his chakra control even better. Sasuke is Sasuke. I think Sakura's been taking herself a little bit more seriously, doing a bit more physical training to, work herself up. I think she's even been probably looking into some other, like, I heard I remember in the series it said Sakura had a knack for genjutsu, but we never saw her learn it, which I think is a wasted opportunity. So I think Sakura would know that her chakra control is great, but her actual reserves are low. So she would go with something that would suit that. So genjutsu would be a good option for that. So she would be looking into some minor genjutsu, which basically the transformation is. The transformation jutsu, generally speaking, is a genjutsu. It just happens to be a genjutsu that fits up Naruto's alley, but for some reason it works. So Sakura would probably look like that cherry blossom one we saw in what was it? The next Stone of Gillo. That one where it's the crescent with the guy who was petrifying stuff. And there was like the crescent moon or Sengon and all that stuff. I can't remember the name of that movie. Rock Lee and Sakura were the ones on his team at that point. Kakashi was there too. So I think she'd maybe learn that, maybe learn a minor like trick of the eye juice or something like that. So cut to the Tazuna thing. Tazuna's like, I'm a master brother. Oh, you should get protective. Look stupid. Particularly the. See, here's the thing. He'd say the blonde one because Naruto probably wouldn't be actually that straight. He'd probably be average height for his age. He'd probably be roughly around Sasuke's height because no, it's stop stuttering. Jeez, Kakashi would probably make sure he ate relatively well so it doesn't stunt his growth. But yeah, he's particularly that, and then Naruto would probably get like a tick, like, and he just looks at it like, we really have to. Yes, we do. So this is part of the. He does that tradition, that like the patented eye smell. Like, yes, we do. This is part of the job too, dealing with clients who you don't like. So deal with it, son. Oh, fine. So they would go, and then they would go take a walk out of the village, and he would explain the Hokages and all that, and then they run into the Demon Brothers. Now, at that point, when he sees his dad get taken out, Naruto has a brief moment of just like, Dad! Except this time when the Demon Brothers appear behind him, Naruto's already was in the process of a clone sign, so he already produces a clone, which immediately they pull out each other's white chakra sabers with wind and just turn around quicker than even they expected and just slice them quick, injuring bolts. Damn! It's like, you bastard! And said no. And then now Naruto's pressing the attack with multiple clones, just with blades of wind coming at them. And the Demon Brothers like, crap! What is this kid? So they're now trying to plow through them, basically popping the clones in process. Meanwhile, Sakura protects Tazuna, and then Sasuke comes in and just boom, smacks one of them in the face. So knocking one. Well, he couldn't. He kicked them both in the face and didn't knock him out, but he still knocked one off his belt. Kilter. He's impressing. All the while, Naruto's pressing the yellow one. I think he even probably definitely injures and then Naruto's able to at least form his thoughts, realizing Tazuna, I gotta protect Tazuna. And so he's pinned one with the clone saber, and then that pops, and now he's injured. So he goes back to protect Tazuna. Puppy! No, go, puppy! Seriously! Nope, you're not getting any attention for that. No! Jeez. This is why I closed the door, because you were about to basically just go on. I basically just trample my laptop. So no. You need to calm down. Just because you hear me talking in here. No. Yes. I love you too. No. Anyway. And then she really just popped in to basically just. It's like, puppy bombed the video. Just, yeah. Anywho. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So Kakashi eventually appears and catches them both. Naruto's relieved. His dad, they get the information out of him. Then they go through the mess. And I think Kakashi would have a conversation with Naruto briefly. It's like, you still need to learn to control your emotions a little bit. It's like, yeah, I know, but I just saw you get killed, and I lost it for a second. And then Kakashi admits that he understands that, and Naruto apologizes for that too. And he apologizes maybe he could have gone about it better, but oh well. Maybe he could have done something different, but there it is. They arrive, and the whole thing with Zabuza goes down about the same. Granted, when he makes the clone, Naruto actually I think is the one without Sasuke's help that takes out the Zabuza clone, and basically because This Naruto knows Winjutsu, so he immediately makes clones like, oh, shadow clones, there's quite a few of them. And, they come in with chocolate arrows and, they clash onto him. He swipes them off, he makes a couple more, and this time they just throw shurikens, but then he great breakthroughs them and just, and they rush past his Zabuza, even takes one of the clones, like, and then they're all flying towards, like, oh, crap, and he pulls out his sword, and, he's able to block the majority of them, but then even more come. And he's just like, crap, he's got to get out of the way. So he gets at Sasuke at this point is now kind of pissed that Naruto was able to do this without help. He's able to press a Jonin level and a swordsman of a mist level ninja without help. And Sasuke's kind of looking at him like that dweeb. Is he stronger than me? Come on, that can't be. And then Kakashi takes care of Zabuza, and then we cut to them getting over to Tasuna's place. Kakashi's recovering. And he's talking about teaching them the tree exercise and tree walking. However, he also says, Naruto, you'll actually be guarding Tasuna while Sasuke and Sakura are dealing with this. And he's just like, why is that? Well, it's like, and Naruto just pitches, like, I already know how to do tree walking exercise. I've always had a large chakra and pad control, so Dad made sure to make that a must. So he goes to Tazuna, which still I think motivates Sasuke because Naruto already knows this and he does. Naruto knows this and he doesn't. It's like, what the hell? It's like, no, I'm gonna make sure that dweeb. I'm gonna not lose out to that dweeb. So he goes out and he's pushing himself harder. And even Sakura feels like, what? It's like, I can do it too. It's like, yeah, do it. You'll increase your stamina and all that. Meanwhile, Naruto is guarding Tazuna. They have discussions. He helps with his clones, which helps speed the process on a lot, which is something I read a lot of fictions. I'm like, that is a good point. That would make a lot of sense. And then, of course, there's the Yanari? I think that's his name. That there's the whole blow up on them. It's like, everyone, you all make me sick. You don't know what it's like to be treated like dirt, which, admittedly, this Naruto doesn't know what it's like to be treated like dirt. However, I think between Sasuke and Kakashi and something, I think something about it bothers Naruto. Granted, he doesn't have that blow up as much as he did in the anime or in the actual series, but he would still have some words to say. He would probably say something along the lines of what he said, just less harsh. Adding on to the fact that Sasuke does know what it's like to lose basically everything, as does Kakashi. I think that words between the three of them would kind of bring Yanari into like realizing, oh yeah, you're not the only one who's suffering, you dumb. Because that's the thing. Yanari was a kid, but he was still kind of like, my pain is so much greater than everyone else's pain. I suffer so much more than everyone else a little bit. It's like, really? And now, he never said that, but that's kind of how it came off. He was one of those people. He was one of those people having a pity party. That's exactly what he was having, a pity party for himself, and no one wanted to come. So it's like no one understood, and no one understands me, man. No one understands my pain. That's kind of how it came off a little bit. Which I get it. At the same time, it was still kind of, oh God, really. So yeah, that would happen. Meanwhile, Naruto, I think, would be in secret when he's not, when he gets some time to extra and be working on something. I'm not gonna see what the something is right now. It's not gonna be super impressive or anything, but it's gonna be a new technique that he kind of creates. And then we cut to the actual fight on the bridge. Now, Naruto leaves some clones behind, but Naruto's fully awake and, Jiraiya and Bushy-tailed to go with him. He still leaves some clones behind. So when those samurai come, the clones take care of the samurai, no problem. And then, Haku and Zabuza come on, show up, and that one's still trembling. I'm trembling from excitement. Show him, Sasuke. And then, him and Haku go at it. Meanwhile, Naruto's just hanging back. It's like, it's Sasuke's turn to prove himself. That fight goes about the same. And up until he makes the ice mirrors and starts beating the crap out of Sasuke, Naruto is like, I'm going in. It's like, Naruto does like, no, I'm going in. It's like, oh yeah, is it you? And then Zabuza initially stops, like, there's no way if you want to help your friend, you have to go through me. What if I already did go through you? And it's like, huh? It's like, pop, and it pops out of existence. Actually, I think I can imagine him using a substitution jutsu with, like, one of the ice mirrors. And, Zabuza is like, he's like, flips Zabuza off, cuts through one of the ice mirrors. Like, what? And it's like, so, and Haku's like, what? Where do one of my mirrors go? It's like, right here. And then, he comes in, Chakra Saber, and then starts trying to cut the mirrors, but they won't cut. The fact that Zabuza's cut was probably a miracle anyway, because it's a pretty big sword. It's like, Sasuke, what are you doing in here, you dweeb? It's like, I'm here to save you. What do you think? I think despite Naruto being a lot more overall intelligent, he'd still be kind of just kind of not that forward thinking in that regard, so he would still just rush into the ice prison to go and help him. So then the Senbon come out power. Naruto again making clones. He's able to at least repel them for a while thanks to Winjutsu to just counteract that. And even Haku's like, Winjutsu, it's like so he can blow it back. That's gonna prove tricky. It's like, Sasuke, it's like, you remember what we did against Dad? And it's like, well, yeah, during the bell test, remember? It's like, and then Sasuke actually gets the hint, and it's like, all right, let's do it. And then, I fully imagine Sasuke, is like in the middle, is like, stay with me here, and then he makes a couple clones. They get ready to do a symbol, and then Sasuke's like, great fireball jutsu, bright jutsu, and then basically what happens is, because it's wind and air and all that stuff, when it hits the initial clone, it basically makes like this funnel cloud, this like funnel disc of outward flame that's superheated. Still don't think it fully melts the ice. I think it definitely starts melting the ice, and the ice is like, just dripping and not like full pieces of rectangles anymore, but it doesn't fully melt the ice. And now Sasuke is definitely helping. Naruto's still relatively okay. He's not drinking because he's got so much, but still, it's like, damn, we're gonna have to go. You got one more in here? It's like, one more time. It's like, no, and then just comes in. Unfortunately, Naruto's unable to get all of his clones to do it, so a couple of clones pop, but he's able to repel them all. He then pulls out his Chakra Saber, is also, just blocking Senbon as best he can. He's still getting a couple in him. Sasuke's doing that. Sasuke eventually activates his Sharingan. And but the difference here is that he doesn't sacrifice himself to save Naruto. Naruto is still generally okay and can generally keep going, as opposed to Sasuke. Sasuke's pretty tired out at this point. At this point, Naruto decides, it's like, okay, time to try a new one. And then, he channels a lot of wind chakra into his blade. And basically stabs into the ground and just says, Futon. I know it's Futon is, or Futon. Yeah, Futon. Futon is wind, and Doton is earth. Futon, Doton, combo style. It was a Katake combo style. Raging, I don't know, I'm making up a name here. Raging Earth Hurricane! And then that's a super heavy slash to the ground, raising wind and stone and everything straight in the direction of it's basically a giant mess of stone and wind and just power that comes in, and it basically just smashes through the mirrors that are in front. Haku, who's in one of them, has to get out of the way real quick. Sasuke at this point capitalizes on it and then pulls Naruto, who at this point is huffing from the extended chakra exhaustion. Haku at this point says, like, they got out. It's like, it was able to break my mirrors. So we cut to, and at this point, Zabuza is, his arms are hanging like that, and Kakashi's like, Zabuza, why don't we get ready to end this? So now we cut to, and now Haku and him are still training, but Haku can sense that Zabuza's in trouble. So he goes and protects Zabuza. Like, where'd he go? And then Haku unfortunately gets the axe in this case. Which leads to Gato showing his hand. Unfortunately for Gato, that was probably the bad move to do. Zabuza's still going to end up sacrificing himself, but there's a lot more able-bodied shinobi at the moment. Kakashi is in the state he is, but Sasuke's still available. Naruto's still available, though they're both pretty on the tired side. And then Zabuza, does the sacrifice for him after some words from Naruto. I still think Naruto does that, because I think Naruto does meet Haku in that scene, and that ends pretty much the same way with Naruto showing off his new technique. So that's where we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it off this time with them coming back from the village hidden in the Land of Waves mission. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Super Magic, What If, anything I do on the channel, put that in the comments below. Let me know. We'll get to that at some point. So, thanks for watching. The last What If of the week of What Ifs will be up tomorrow. And then on Monday, we go into the week of Who Would Wins. Fun times. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next